Stop chasing. What's going on? Listen, in this video, I'm going to show you how I made 100% in Palantir today. Okay. This is something that was discussed on my lives. If you're not tuned into the lives every day, I don't know what you're doing. We're giving out free money over there. An hour or 2 hours of your time can really change your life, right? It's a lock-in session. So we in there doing it together. We're studying. I'm showing you guys exactly what I do to determine how to get these levels and how to get these gains and these profits in the market on a consistent basis. Okay. Now we're going to jump into Palantir's play. I'm going to show you exactly what I saw forming from Friday to what happened today and exactly the moment that we took it and was able to get in, hold on, took profits like around I think like 30, 40, I don't feel like 30%, something like that. And then held runners until it reached, over 100%. All right, let's get to it. All right, so I got Palantir pulled up, and I'm going to show you guys exactly the lay of the land, right? So I saw Palantir had this, this down 2 candle right here, and then we got an inside candle, which also is a version of a bullish harami. Whenever you see an inside candle after a down move at the end of a move, just know that that is a bullish harami forming, and then that next day could be the confirmation, right? A lot of times you'll see something explode and gap up the next day, but instead it did not gap up, which actually gives me more confidence that we don't have to worry about trying to come down to clean anything up to the downside. We can grow healthily to the upside. So when I saw that this trend line, like I drew this trend line, right? When I saw that this trend line, was tested and it failed to go below, I knew that all I needed to do was break through this level right here and we were going to be good. Okay. I then dropped down to the 15-minute time frame and I use these fair value gaps, which are very, very good ways of determining where a stock is going to go. The price action around a fair value gap, right? So on the 15-minute time frame, I saw that we came down here and we bounced at this fair value gap instead of breaching it twice, and then took off and took this out. We entered, wrote it up, made money. People left runners and made as much as 100% on Palantir. Beautiful setup. And again, the fair value gaps are there to help you gauge price action. If it breaks into the fair value gap, it usually may want to come and fill it. But a lot of times it's going to bounce off the fair value gap or reject off the fair value gap depending on the direction. And that's going to give you a very good indication of where it wants to go. We caught that on the 15-minute, keeping the daily in mind. Okay. Remember, let's go back. I said that we drew the trend line once we had this candle, inside candle closure on Friday, right? So we didn't take swings, but we knew that if this was an inside candle on Friday, that Monday was going to be bullish. All right. The only confirmation, again, like I said, I needed was for it to hold this trend line here, meaning that it was going to continue going up. When it failed this and began to push up, I'm like, once we clear this out, we are good to go. So now we're about 45% into this fair value gap to the upside that is being filled. That could go all the way up to about 153.11. Okay, so there's some people that stayed in this and they're holding runners, through the week. But this was a really beautiful trade on intraday. Again, when you get setups like this, it gives you a lot of confidence about that next day. Sometimes you don't have to swing something. Sometimes you just got to wait until it opens and then clears that candle out and gives you the opportunity to get a good entry. On a Monday, we were able to make over 100% on a Monday. And I'm not talking about, we didn't have 0 DT. We're talking about weeklies. So contracts expiring Friday, we were able to catch with this particular setup. Okay. Let me go back to the 15 minutes and help help you understand again. All right. We had a fair value gap on the 15-minute that a fail to up, which is typically a reversal signal, did not work out. We came and we tested it. This was supposed to send this down into this area. The fact that the fail to up did not send this down into this fair value gap right here, it told me that this next candle was going to be bullish, right? So when it broke and it failed to break into this, we took it, made the money, and again, took profits but left runners so that we could continue to accumulate as it closes in on that fair value gap for the remainder of the week. All right. Again, this is a beautiful setup. If you don't have fair value gaps by Nephew Sam, go get them from the indicator tab. If you don't have order block detector by Lux Algo, go get it. It is going to tremendously help you. I know there's a lot of people out there that are teaching trading and they're trying to hide things and they're not trying to show you how to make money. But if you go to my live, if you look at my videos, you can make money from just this. People that join the Prosperity Collective, they join it off the love. They join it to be in a close-knit community and to, exchange trades. But I'm giving y'all game right here for free. All right. I hope all of this makes sense. If you have any questions, man, drop it in the comments below. If y'all have any comments, right, I want to make sure that everybody in this community is clear, right? Any questions, clarity that you need, drop it in the comments, right? I'll get back to you because, like I said, once you guys understand how these order blocks work, how these fair value gaps work, you're going to be trading machines that are able to make money on demand. It's going to start to feel like an ATM, all right? I don't want to oversimplify the process, but lock in. If you go on the lives, when I go on a daily basis, right, you're going to get so much wisdom and information that is going to allow you to smack the market, okay? And that's what we're doing here, all right? I hope this video was helpful. Again, give it a like if it was. If you want more impactful information, you got to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss it again. Again, I also go live every day during the week from 11:30 a.m. Pacific to about 12:30 to 1:30. So we're usually on about 1 to 2 hours, depending on how much information we're getting into. All right. This week will be a little different. Like I won't be on Tuesday and Wednesday and possibly Friday of this week, or Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I won't be on this week because I'm traveling. But I will be back Friday, and then again, next week on Monday, and we're gonna continue keeping the information rolling. But in the meantime, go back and watch those old lives. Right. Go to my live tab and go and get into it. It's so much information there that will answer questions that you might have had years of trading. Okay? Again, I hope this video was helpful. Remember, invest smart, live free. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.